With item scanning turned on, the iPad or iPhone will scan through options to allow you to use a single switch to make all your selections. This video will guide you through the item scanning feature and its settings. Open System Settings and scroll down to Accessibility. Under Physical and Motor, select Switch Control. Make sure you have a switch set up under Switches. If you have not done so already, follow our lesson on setting up switches to create a switch. For our example, we already have set up a Bluetooth camera shutter button as a switch, but you can also use any other USB or Bluetooth switch such as a keyboard or mouse button. There are three main scanning modes: Item Mode, Gliding Cursor, and Head Tracking. In Item Mode, the iPad will scan through selection options. In Gliding Cursor mode, the iPad will show a gliding cursor first moving horizontally and then vertically to allow the user to make a selection. Finally, Head Tracking allows the user to use their head movements to control a cursor. This feature is further described in our lesson about head tracking. In this video, we'll focus on Item Mode. Go back to the Switch Control Settings page and turn on Switch Control using the toggle switch at the top. You'll notice that different areas of the screen are selected by groups. Pressing the switch activates a selection. If scanning through groups, it will start scanning within that group. Wait for the dotted lines to exit the group scanning. When making a selection, the scanner menu is displayed. There are several options for the type of interaction you'd like to make. The most common one is tap, but on the second tab of the scanner menu, there are more detailed options. Check out our PDF cheat sheet at the end of this course for a quick overview of the scanner menu. There are several options available to adjust how the scan functions. Under Scanning Style, we find Auto Scanning, Manual Scanning, and Single Switch Step Scanning. With Auto Scanning, iOS will cycle through the groups or individual items automatically. With Manual Scanning, two buttons are required. One to advance the scan to the next group or item, and one to make a selection. With Single Switch Step Scanning, a single button can be used to advance the scan, and a dwell time is used to make a selection. The available settings in the Switch Control page will change according to which scanning style you select. With Item Mode selected, going back to the Switch Control Settings page, we can see several timing options available. Auto scanning time is the time it waits on a single item. By default, it spends 1 second on each item in a scan. We can increase this to make the scan go slower. Pause on the first item may be useful to give the user a bit more time to select the first item. Loops let you adjust the number of times the scan cycles through all the items before sleeping the scan. It is possible to set up multiple switches and use some of them to move to the next or previous scan item. Keeping the switch pressed will automatically repeat the move to the next or previous scan item. The Move Repeat setting allows you to change the delay before it repeats the selection. Long press allows you to pause the scanning when the switch has been pressed for longer than the specified time. Alternatively, with long press activated but pause scanning deactivated, you can go back and edit the switch to set up a different action for long press. With the scanning style set to manual, some of the timing settings options have changed. A new option to change the auto hide time allows you to change the time it takes for the scanning to auto hide, or not hide at all. For single switch step scanning, a dwell time setting allows you to change the duration the user needs to dwell on an item before it is selected. Watch the video in the following lesson to learn about the advanced settings for switch scanning.